Hi, Colts. May is National Pet Month, so I've put together a resource for you with books on all sorts of different pets or animals that could potentially be pets for you to explore. I want to acknowledge that as I was putting this together, I realized that most of these books are about cats and dogs and a few about horses. So I will make it my mission to make sure that I find some books on other sorts of pets like snakes and tarantulas and horses and chinchillas and all sorts of other pets if I can find them, to make sure that everyone's pets are seen in our library or found in our library. So as you explore, there's lots to look at here. As always, you can click on different books to learn more, but I want to tell you about a few specific ones. I really want to highlight the Dog Training 101 section and this cat section. I have gotten some new books in just this week because I know a lot of you have gotten pets and especially dogs this year, and you might need a little help with training. So these are a couple of really good books. Also, kind of in the same ballpark are these How to Speak Dog and Pounce, or How to Speak Cat. These are really great books to understand animal behavior, which will in turn help you raise them a little bit better. And then there's two other books I want to make sure to tell you about. So the first one is Homer's Odyssey, and I thought this one would be fun to tell you about because a lot of you are reading the Odyssey by Homer. This is obviously a very different story, but I still think that you might enjoy it. So this one is about a cat. So once in 9 lives, something extraordinary happens. The last thing Gwen Cooper wanted was another cat. She already had 2, not to mention a phenomenally underpaying job and a recently broken heart. Then Gwen's veterinarian called with a story about a 3-week-old eyeless kitten who's been abandoned. It was love at first sight. Everyone warned that Homer would always be an underachiever, never as playful or independent as other cats. But the kitten nobody believed in quickly grew into a 3-pound dynamo, a tiny daredevil with a giant heart who eagerly made friends with every human who crossed his path. Homer scaled 7-foot bookcases with ease and leapt 5 feet into the air to catch flies mid-buzz. He survived being trapped alone for days after 9/11 in an apartment near the World Trade Center, and even saved Gwen's life when he chased off an intruder who broke into their home in the middle of the night. But it was Homer's unswerving loyalty, his infinite capacity for love, and his joy in the face of all obstacles that inspired Gwen daily and transformed her life. And by the time she met the man she would marry, she realized Homer had taught her the most important lesson of all: love isn't something you see with your eyes. So again, that one is Homer's Odyssey. And again, not the same as the Odyssey by Homer, but those of you who read it, I bet you can guess why the cat was named Homer. And the other book I want to tell you about is called Strays Like Us. So from the moment that Fred, never Winifred, spots a scruffy little mutt with sad eyes, she knows she's in big trouble. Toby's in bad shape, and Fred longs to rescue him from the old man with the mile-long mean streak who lives next door. But Marjorie, the straight-talking woman who's fostering Fred, says going over to their house is against the rules. And since Fred will only be around until her mother comes to grips with her dependence, Fred can't let herself care too deeply. Not about Toby or Marjorie or Delia, a new classmate whose insistent friendship surprises Fred at every turn. Because the more Fred lets this lovable band of misfits into her heart, the harder it is to leave them all behind. In this story of loss and love, acclaimed author Cecilia Galeante examines life's difficult choices and how a girl plus the dog she loves, can add up to finding family in the most unlikely of places. So again, that one is called Strays Like Us. So I hope that as you look through some of these book suggestions, it gives you some ideas of what to read next. And I hope that you give your pets a big hug this month to celebrate them.